Okay, I think the best place to start is that it's just a good time to be able to talk to you, my man, and actually have a fight coming up. Like, we don't have to talk about when you're going to be fighting. We don't have to talk about how long we could be waiting, all these things, right? Because December 8th, PFL debut is finally going to arrive. I can't even imagine what this last like year has been like for you, because I think the last time I spoke to you was right around when you signed to the PFL, and it was a
Mm.
frustrating time trying to get out of your contract at the time and get into the PFL, and you were very public and vocal about that. And then to have you had quite a while to wait until you actually got to fight in the PFL for the first time, and then obviously you have to pull out of that fight due to an injury. Like, to summarize the last year, what has it been like? Because from the outside looking in, I would imagine it's been a frustrating one, to say the least.
Yeah, man. Frustrating, challenging, mind-boggling. The list can go on, man. It's just been just not been able to catch a break. Do you know what I mean? Wanting to fight early on this year, obviously not able to because obviously the bantamweights were out for July. Obviously getting match for booked for July, and then getting injured, going out to Vegas training, which was a good experience. Going out to Vegas, training for July 8th, and then 11 days out before the fight, I get an injury. I get the orbital fracture and the and my nose fracture. Yeah, it's been tough, man. It's been challenging, man. Challenging and frustrating, to say the least. You know what I mean? But we're finally here now, and I just can't wait to get back, man. Seriously, man. I just can't wait to just get my feet wet again and to reintroduce myself again. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, man.
One of the things that I remember thinking was so exciting about you being a part of the PFL was because of their tournament format, where you know when you're going to be fighting for the whole year. It really felt like, whilst you were in Cage Warriors, that being able to just like you set out your goals that you wanted to accomplish, and it was like that made it. I don't know whether it was a manifestation thing or just having that goal in mind every time. It just felt like your momentum just carried all the way through that run. And then that's why I was so excited about seeing you sign to the PFL, because I was like, oh, that makes perfect sense, man. Because you're going to be in
Yeah,
there and you're going to be like, I've just got to win this many fights. And then I'm in the final, win that, done. And that's, my year sorted, on to the next one. Like,
yeah.
having that run and then gearing up for something similar, but then to have to wait. How was that in terms of both training? Like, because I imagine you've had a lot of ups and downs in terms of like just knowing when you're going to be fighting. Like, it's
Yeah,
been a
yeah,
crazy time.
yeah, yeah, man. It's been crazy. So obviously, um, with me sustaining that injury, I thought I'd be good to fight for the Paris card in September, but that wasn't the case. Do you know what I mean? So it was just very frustrating. Do you know what I mean? It was just very, very frustrating. Yeah, man. It's just just couldn't catch a break until now this year, man. Do you know what I mean? It's just been very challenging, man. Very, very challenging and just very mentally draining. Do you know what I mean? Because like you're working hard for something, and then after you're so close to it, but so far, if that makes sense. Because obviously, just hiccups throughout the throughout the process. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's just been tough, man. Just been tough. I'm just thankful that I'm back, man. I'm just thankful I'm back. I'm in camp. I'm 3 weeks out from my fight. And I'm just thankful, man. I'm just really, really thankful to almost be back. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. The mental side of it was going to be the next thing I wanted to touch on, because this has become
Mm,
a real big talking point over the last few weeks, ever since Volkanovski's comments, which I think kind of put into perspective for a lot of people that, like, first of all, that you don't see what happens. Like, you see what happens with fighters, a week before a fight, maybe the week after, but you don't see everything else in between camps and all of that. And also, that man is one of the pound for pound best fighters in the world, a
yeah,
UFC world champion, and he still struggles with that, right? And you know, he's
Yeah,
an active dude as well. Like, so I can't even
exactly.
imagine like how tough it is. Because you're kind of training without a goal in mind. Like, there isn't a purpose at
Yeah,
the end of it, you know.
yeah. Because like nothing's fully set in stone, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? But obviously, with the way our PFL do things with their season format, things are set in stone. But obviously, once I got put out of the season, it's just kind of been like obviously things have just been like not set in stone. Do you know what I mean? Because I didn't know when I was going to fight next and whatnot. So it was just very frustrating, very frustrating. And yeah, like you're saying with Volkanovski, yes, it's tough, man. When you're not fighting for a very long time, it's tough, man. It's tough because a lot goes into the training. A lot goes into the training, not just the physical, financial. Do you know what I mean? Just everything. Do you know what I mean? So when things are falling through, it's not easy. Do you know what I mean? It's not easy at all. But we just keep going. We just keep forging through. Do you know what I mean? Like, look, we're fighters at we're fighters at the end of the day. We're we're mentally strong athletes. Do you know what I mean? So we can forge through pretty much anything. Do you know what I mean? Because we endure so much during training, during fights and whatnot. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, man, like I said, I'm just so thankful that I'm back soon, man, and I just can't wait to come back and make a statement. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. One of the slightly disappointing things about the way that this has all played out is obviously we were meant to get you fighting Franz, who has obviously gone on to be in the final that takes
Yeah,
place on the same night. And that was kind of like the matchup that a lot of people thought we would see in the final. So it was like, oh, we're getting the big one straight off the bat. And then because of the way that things have played out, obviously you weren't able to be in the tournament. And so you've got this qualifier matchup on this card. I imagine with everything you've said, the opponent was irrelevant for this date. It was just give me a date.
yeah. To be honest, yeah, just give me a date. You know what I mean? And obviously now you just mentioned friends. Just like, obviously now as well seeing like how the season's gone. Do you know what I mean? Like obviously me and like respect to friends. Like he's doing his thing. I like him, man. He's a good fighter. He's doing his thing. But obviously we were meant to fight on the first stage of the season. I was looking to beat him. I was gonna beat him, and then I'm just like seeing him like scrape these wins, man. Do you know what I mean? Just scraping these wins. Like his first fight, I don't think he won. Um, his second fight with that French guy was very questionable. Do you know what I mean? So he's just like just scraping through, just scraping through to the final. But listen, look, respect him. He's in the finals and he has a chance to fight for 100K and obviously get that belt as well. But if I was still in if I was in the season, obviously I know I would have been in the finals. Do you know what I mean? And just seeing how all the others have performed. Do you know what I mean? So I know I know I would have been in the finals. Do you know what I mean? And obviously, like you saying, me and friends being in the final, yeah, it should. I think it should have been that way. I know he wanted it that way as well. Do you know what I mean? And the thing is, it would have been a good story because we would have both done the finals in the same place where we fought the first time. Do you know what I mean? But obviously, that wasn't meant to be. That wasn't meant to be because obviously we were meant to fight uh the first fight together. Do you know what I mean? But so that's the thing about the PFL with the season stuff. Like you get certain matchups that don't make sense, but it don't make sense, but it makes sense at the same time. That's what makes it interesting. Do you know what I mean? So, like, people were getting quite a lot of slack for that matchup. Me and friends being the first fight because a lot of people wanted to see us in the finals. So just getting a lot of people saying it didn't make sense, but it is what it is. At the end of the day, it's the season. You fight anyone that's given to you. Do you know what I mean? That's within your season. So that's what makes it interesting. Like it don't make sense and it makes sense at the same time. Like I said, that's what makes it interesting. But yeah, man, and just obviously just seeing the season like run and just like obviously me not being there, it was just I'll be lying to you. I'll be lying to you if I said like I wasn't burning. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm burning, man. Do you know what I mean? But it is what it is. Do you know what I mean? Like I trust in God's plan. Do you know what I mean? And it just wasn't meant to be this year for me to be in the season. So obviously next year it's gonna be different next year, man, and I can't wait, man, and I obviously can't wait to get back in there December 8th, man. I'm just eager to get back in there, man. I'm just eager to get my feet wet. Like by the time I get in there, it's gonna be 14 months since I last fought. Do you know what I mean? It's gotten to a point where it feels like where like I'm questioning myself, like, am I even gonna get back in the cage? Do you know what I mean? Because it's been so long. Do you know what I mean? So we're 3 weeks out, and I'm looking forward to it, man.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about how much attention you paid towards the season because I imagine on one hand it's a good experience to watch it and see some of those guys that you were going to be matched up with potentially facing all that stuff, but also
Mm.
like you said with watching some of Franz's fights and being like that should have been me, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I've been really impressed by the PFL Europe. I think that they've really improved over the course of the year. As you've checked out a couple of the events, a couple of the fights and stuff, what have you made of it? Because you've been able to kind of sit back and none of us kind of knew what to expect, and because of the fact you
Mm.
haven't been able to fight, you've kind of been able to see it play out and be like, all right, well, this is where I slot in and things like that.
Yeah, like I've been following. I've been following all the European shows, and they're really good, man. It's really really good. The one that I enjoyed the most was the Paris card.
Yeah.
That was very good. It was a very good card. I had some teammates fighting on there as well. So and obviously the main event as well was really good. Yeah, man, I've been following it, of course. Yeah, man, it's a good show. It's well run. Do you know what I mean? And I just can't wait to step foot into the arena and fight, man. Do you know what I mean? Like I like the way how they do things, man. The way how they just do the show and just how they just basically just keep the ball rolling, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So yeah, man.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I feel like this is an interesting position for you to be in the sense that uh it was such a big deal, your other fights of like people are so excited about it, and the France fight is the same thing. And then because we've had this
Mm.
season format, everyone, the nature of a tournament, everyone's excited to see the finals matchup. So I feel like you're kind of, and I don't mean this in a bad way because the people who know,
Mm.
but I feel like you're kind
Of
of under
course.
the radar a little bit. But that, like,
Yeah, of course.
that
Yeah,
that
listen.
gives you the
Of course.
opportunity to, like you said,
Yeah.
show people what's
Of
up.
course. Yeah. I know. Listen. Of course. That's the situation. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've kind of gone under the radar, which is fine. Been here before. Do you know what I mean? You got to realize I've not, I've not been in there for over a year. Do you know what I mean? So listen, this sport moves fast, and you can get forgetting about within an instant. Do you know what I mean? So obviously, the people that know, people that follow me know. Do you know what I mean? But that's why I said to you earlier. I can't wait to come back and reintroduce myself. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously, like you're saying, I've gone under the radar. Absolutely fine. That's cool. I like that sometimes. Do you know what I mean? Like not having all the attention every time. Do you know what I mean? Like when I was Cage Warriors champ, you get quite a lot of attention, and yeah, it's nice, but at the same time, it's like leave me alone a bit, kind of thing. So obviously, like not real talk, but obviously now I'm kind of like under the radar now, and obviously with the season going on and whatnot, and obviously me not being involved. Cool, I like it. I like it like that. Let me just keep quiet for a bit, and after I'll just shout out again. Innit? I'll just shout out again, and get people talking again. Do you know what I mean? Like everyone knows, everyone knows the way how I fight. People that follow me and know who I am, they know how I fight. I always bring in exciting performances. Do you know what I mean? Every single time. There's not really you can't really pinpoint a boring fight that I've been in. If that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? There's always excitement because I can finish a fight within any round. Do you know what I mean? Within any round you give me. Do you know what I mean? So um yeah, man, it's good to be on the hush a bit. Do you know what I mean? Like a bit like underneath the radar. It's cool. Cool. Not a problem at all. I'll just reintroduce myself again and then he'll be talking again. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, man, it's all good, man. It's all good. Like you can't be in the light every time. Do you know what I mean? You can't be in the light every time. So sometimes you just got to dim down a bit and then reappear if that makes sense. So that's how I kind of feel for myself. And like I said to you before, I can't wait to get in there and show up, man. and
Yeah.
show out. Like I've said this before as well. I'm gonna come back with a Y'all Must Have Forgot performance. I'm telling you. Do you know what I mean? So it's cool, man. I've just been keeping my head down grafting. Do you know what I mean? Like throughout this past year, I've just been having my head down grafting, man. Do you know what I mean? Just bettering myself as a fighter, as an athlete, and just in general. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, man, it's all good. It's all good, man. Seriously, man, it's all good, man. I just can't wait to come back and show out, man.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I've enjoyed the PFL Europe the more it's gone on, and the fact that it has got that much better, and we still haven't seen you debut in it. It's exciting times, man, because I definitely
Yeah,
think that we're gonna get some show stealing performances in the next year from yourself. So
yeah, hundred
exciting
percent.
times. I
Yeah,
think
no, for
that'll do.
sure.
I think that'll do it, man. So thank you for your time. All the best for the comeback, man. I'm so excited to see this fight. Obviously, all the best to Simeon as well. All the guys at GB Toxic,
Yeah,
big times coming up for you guys. Like it's crazy at the moment. I swear. I spoke to Brad the other day.
yeah,
The amount of things going on at that gym at the moment, it's
yeah. There's a lot going
outrageous.
on. A lot going. Yeah, and the thing is as well because that week of the fight, that whole weekend, literally like it's like the whole gym's fighting because there's
Yeah,
we got PFL on the Friday, then we got other shows on the Saturday, then we got another show on the Sunday. So the whole weekend is full, man. Do you know what I mean? For the coaches and for the fighters. Do you know what I mean? So like everyone's just like forging through together. Do you know what I mean? Like the camaraderie in the gym is top, man. Do you know what I mean? So like it's a busy weekend that week, man, and hopefully, God willing, we all get wins. I know
yeah,
I'm getting a win, but yeah. Hopefully we all get wins.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. All the best for it, mate. Thank you for the time as always. And
Yeah,
yeah,
man, all
just
good.
excited, man.
Yeah, man, all good. Me too, me too.
All right. Enjoy the rest of your evening, man. I'll catch you hopefully sometime after the fight.
Yeah, man, you too.
Nice one. See you later.
Nice done, bro. Yes, bro.